Oh, it did work. Hey, it's Gimme. How you guys doing this evening? Still getting everything set up. Bringing up the chat right now. And we're in it. We're in it to win it. Welcome, welcome everybody. Alright, just got off of work. I'm in my jammies. This is gonna be fun. I got a brand new freighter. I can't wait to show you guys this. You know, there's my Corvette down there. Oh, did I finish building my Corvette? I think there might be a room I missed upstairs. I love how you can just fly onto your ship. That's so cool. But yeah, I think I showed you guys everything on the Corvette last time. Hold on, let's switch camera view. And that way it's not so glitchy. Yeah, we got our whole storage area up here. We got, yeah, the little robotic arms and stuff. That's cool. Yeah, I did miss one room. Alright, so I'm gonna have to keep that in the back of my mind. We were missing one room on the Corvette. But I think everything else is, like, pretty flushed out. Like, we even got the stickers on the lockers in the crew quarters. That's pretty cool. You know, I had to put a little canopy above my bed. I really like that. And these decals on the walls, these, I forget what those are from, but those were like some kind of challenge I completed got me those. Alright, freighter. Let's go down to the freighter. So I got myself an S-Class freighter. And it looks I painted it up the same color, but so it looks exactly like the last one I had, but it's now an S-Class instead of an A-Class. And that gave me the opportunity to build an all-new freighter base. Now, see, my last freighter base was kind of like this, you know, one room tall, a lot of hallways. Uh, Actually, my last freighter base, I only put one of these terminals in, but I found out you can do up to 5 expeditions. That's why we need to get some more frigates. In fact, let's send out some expeditions right now. Because see how there's different expeditions like combat, industrial, trade. I need some more. I think all of my frigates are like combat frigates. So, okay, I guess I gotta wait for these ones to, those are the ones that I just got back. Okay. Because if it says the navigation calculates new routes every day, so I can only do one a day. But you can do 5 all at once if you have all of these terminals. It really helps out. So yeah, this is the first room you come into my freighter base. We've got the planetary probe right here. And this is great because you can just fly into a star system and you can see what each planet is. It scans all the planets. If I was in my ship, I'd have to point my ship at the planet and scan it and point it at the next one. But from here, we can just scan the whole system all at once. That's really, really convenient. And then, of course, we've got our portal to warp around. We've got the appearance modifier over here. So this is all pretty standard so far. And I didn't have enough time to put furniture and stuff in here. We're still building. Like I'm really just kind of showing you like the layout. And then this takes us right over to the storage. So we got a big room with like a bunch of storage. So we can easily access like all of the storage containers. Plus we've got a couple of refiners in here in case I need to do something, because you're kind of like in Minecraft. You want to have your crafting table next to your storage. So like if I have something here and I need to refine it, I can just turn around, refine it. Or if there's stuff I want to sell, we got the Galactic Trade Terminal right there. And I've got a couple of fast travels right here by the front because, when you come warp into when we warp in, we want to be close to like the things we need. Like this room over here, this is the weapons terminal. So we're gonna have this guy, he like sells multi-tools and stuff. What multi-tool do you have? A C class. Well, it's a different one than he had last time. But yeah, it's really nice having one of these guys on this ship. You got them for like the science and exocraft. Like the exocraft guy, I don't feel like I need to like see him every time I'm on my freighter. But I can also use we can also like switch out multi-tools and stuff once we're done. So all of that's pretty standard so far. Like that's we had the same thing basically in our last freighter base, but this is where things are going to get a little bit different. Because look how cool this is. We made a big open build on a freighter. So technically, I think we're outside. Yeah, if you hear my footsteps, we're actually like outside. These are like the outside patios. Like there's so let me just show you guys. Where's the basic parts here? Here we go. Exterior platform. That's what we used for the floor and the ceiling. And then we just put rooms off to the side. Like over here, that's the storage room here on this side. Over here, I think, is the kitchen. Yeah, I'm still building in there. And over here is a room this is where we're gonna be building most of our stuff today. Like, this is gonna be the studio. I want to figure out how to use the Bytebeats device, and we're gonna create some like custom music. So I didn't know all the music in this game is procedurally generated, and because of that, you're able to craft music like you would craft anything else that's procedurally generated. And apparently this has been in the game for a really long time too. This is nothing new. And people like share Bytebeat files like all the time. And this is gonna be like I'm gonna make this like a little recording booth, I guess. Wouldn't that be cool? Like have a microphone in here, maybe put some like soundproofing on the walls or something. This thing is just poking in from the other side, but we'll be able to make this into like, I don't know, some kind of art piece. We'll put some like benches around it and some plants, and it'll just look like some house plants. But yeah, golly, look at this place. We've got the bubble columns going around all the doors. We've got awnings. We've got, the colored lights. It really has like shopping mall vibes. We got like, yeah, because we got the aquariums and all like the neon signs and everything. Yeah, in here is the exocraft room. This is where you modify and do stuff with exocrafts. This is the other entrance to the storage room. The storage room's so big it had to have two doors. Yeah, I got the center kiosk here. We've got like a desk with like the secretary. Got a little desk area and everything. I think it turned out pretty well. Like we've got, oh yeah, check this out. Apparently you can put neon signs on your dinosaur displays, and I think that came out really well. This is the dinosaur we had on our other Corvette. In fact, we still need to build a dragon for the front of my new Corvette. Alright. And upstairs, we haven't built anything upstairs yet either, but we still have like rooms designated. Like we got the grow room with like every single plant in here. Apparently we need to change the colors on some of these walls. Oh yeah, over here we've got the reality glitch museum, I guess. I'm making a display for all of the reality glitches that I've come across. These are all labeled as glitches, and I think they're like called reality glitches in the game, but they're really hard to find. And there's like 11 of them. So you have to find like 11 different planets. Like very rare planets, 11 rare planets. And each one has, one of these reality glitches that I've collected. I'm not gonna say that's like really difficult, but I don't think a lot of people have collected all 11 of the reality glitches. So I wanted to make like a museum with displays of all of the unique reality glitches. In fact, these bubbles here, I really like using these bubbles. These bubbles I put on a lot of my builds. In fact, we might put some of those bubbles like out in the main hall. What was back here? Oh, the science area. Is this? I think he has missions for me, and I complete missions, and like he has like stuff he gives me. But yeah, I kind of like segmented this room off so there could be like different experiments going on, and like each of the little like subsections. Oh no, this is the construction room. So yeah, this is gonna be like a lot of like construction stuff and storage. I think the science room is next door. Yeah, this is the science guy. So we make this into like a giant science lab, and we made like a containment area for like the really dangerous stuff. Yeah, that's gonna work out pretty well. Like I really dig that floor plan. How like the science area has its own like segmented area, the construction area has its own segmented areas. And that's something that I think turned out really cool was putting up the palm tree and then throwing some lights just like in the top of the palm tree. Yeah, like it's a work in progress, but you can tell like by the main room like how the vibe of the whole place is gonna look. We've got our decals up here from our all the expeditions we've completed. I actually did 5 expeditions so far, but I didn't complete one of them enough to get the decal. And that's something really cool. In fact, I think the armor I'm wearing, we can change camera views. Yeah, the armor I'm wearing, this is from the last expedition because I completed all the challenges and everything. I got this full like suit of armor. Kind of looks like Assassin's Creed in space. And the cape I got from an expedition as well. That was the water one. When they added the gas giants and the dissident systems, that was a cool one. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with this build so far. In fact, I don't think I'm done in this room either. There's probably gonna be some tweaks here and there. We still gotta do like the top level up there. Think I'm hearing stuff. I don't hold on. Nah, I'm hearing stuff. Oh, I keep hearing this noise. I couldn't figure it out. It's my guy walking on these exterior platforms. But yeah, most freighters that you see are feel more like this, where there's like a lot of rooms and a lot of hallways. We don't have like any hallways. We've got a lot of rooms, but usually these rooms are connected by like these skinny hallways. And it's, yeah, I don't see a lot of builds where they have big open spaces like this. But where we're gonna be working today is gonna be over here. Like, okay, I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea how this works. I was just like in the menus here. And wait, where is it? Yeah, right here, the Bytebeat device, and then there's this Bytebeat cable. And the Bytebeat cable says advanced cabling designed to link one or more Bytebeat generators or to connect lights to a Bytebeat network. The signal will synchronize the lights and devices to generate waveform. That is badass. How do I connect the lights to this thing? Well, we might have to turn the music down to random. We can, okay, let's just randomize and see what that sounds like. I have the music turned off. I thought the music in the game was gonna be copyright, but apparently it's procedurally generated, so I don't think they can copyright, like, right, because there's always gonna be a new one. How would they put a copyright on that? Hold on. How do we... Let's go to...
Hey Uncle Tony, how was your day going? My day is good. I'm right now walking in my
General?
neighborhood watching the sunset. What are you doing, Rid?
Aha.
Hey, it's at Gimme Jr., and welcome to the live stream.
Hey, it's Nephew
Smiling face with
Jackson. How you
sunglasses.
doing, homie? Okay, we should not make it too loud, I guess. Apply. Yeah, my day went pretty alright. I got up early AF, went to work,
Uncle
just
Timmy.
just had to open up shop, unlock the doors, set things up, and then I just left. It was really quick. But the reason I didn't work too much today is because they need me to work on Saturday.
Sup, Gimme
So
Gang.
hey, it's
Hey,
lots
it's at
of
Lots of Tats
tats. How you
7620,
doing?
and welcome to the live stream. Smiling face with
Homie,
sunglasses.
so my little brother, Uncle Chewy, has a character in Diablo that he named Lots of Tats.
I'll send you a
And I
video,
got
Uncle
so
Timmy.
confused. I was like, wait, is Lots of Tats in my game? But I thought that was pretty awesome. Thought you might want to hear about that one. You're gonna send me a video? Alright. Okay, so let's see if... Okay, so this is random. Can we make it like... How do we change this stuff? See, I know nothing about
That's great.
all of this. Okay, so this is the speed. And I guess here we can affect the waveform.
Uncle Timmy,
What
did
if
you
we do
get my
this?
text message?
Not yet. Okay, so we can make like some dubstep here. So we're gonna start by just trying to use the random sequences here. I think we got something here. Whoa, that sounds pretty cool. What's this slider do over here? Oh, I can make it louder or quieter, okay. Okay, so this is just our backbeat. For our 53 months, 7 months away from 5 years. Oh my god, thank you so much, lots of tats. Definitely one of the real homies for sure. Now I know there's some people in the Gimme Gang that have experience with stuff like this. Hmm. You guys can hear the music though, right? Do I need to turn the I'm kind of digging that too.
Yes, but have no idea what I'm
Yeah, you have no idea what we're listening to here. Yeah, I'm just trying to make some kind of.
looking at.
This is literally just a little box in No Man's Sky that you can put down, and then it has all of this functionality. How cool is No Man's Sky? I didn't know the music in the game was procedurally generated. Which means you can craft it as well. Hmm. I messed it up. Now it's not cool like it was. Yeah, I don't know. Let's randomize it again. Okay, I like that. Let's add something on top of that. Alright, well, we're getting somewhere. Distance attenuation. Uh, oh, we can in E major, F major, F, G. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the difference between all of this is. C minor sounds good though. Sequence BMP. Okay. Let's see what this does. Randomize all elements, pause sequence, copy. Okay, so what do we do next? Is it gonna save this? Okay, I made it do that. That's kind of cool. Alright, now I feel like we're getting somewhere. Trying to make some space music. And this gives me Mario Paint vibes. If you guys ever played Mario Paint on the N64, I'm actually pretty happy with this. This sounds like some good space music. I need the... Okay, that's good. Advanced waveform. Okay, well, how do I do this? Oh, can I... So is this how I... So I use the sequencer to make sequences, and then I cut those together in advanced waveform to make like a song? And Jackson, I did get your video, by the way. I'm gonna be really sad if I exit out of this. And we lose it. No, we got it. Alright. So we can keep building and experimenting while we have our cool space music going. And from what I understand, I heard you can make like playlists of different beats. Now, mind you, what I'm doing here is pretty primitive. Like, I've heard some music come out of these things that is absolutely insane. See how far away we can still hear it. Okay, as soon as we leave the room, we can't hear it. Oh, but as soon as the door opens, we can. That's kind of cool. Okay, it said we could connect lights to this thing. Maybe I have to connect lights directly to it. That doesn't seem to work. Wait. Isn't there a way to control this from the menu here? Aha. Alright, so we got it saved. If we had more files, we could switch up. I know on PC and Xbox it's easy for people to swap these Bytebeat tracks. I'm gonna have to do a bit more research on that. But I think I'm gonna prefer my regular soundtrack for now. We might play around with that more if somebody comes into the chat that knows more about like audio stuff, I guess. Cause I know a couple of you guys mess with FL Studios. But come on, for my first beat, that's pretty good, right? So I think we're gonna work on making this more of a an audio studio, you know? We're just gonna fill out. We're gonna start in this room, I guess. And then if we get bored of building, there's plenty of missions we can do. Oh yeah, guys, I finally did it. I am now the highest rank in the entire outlaw class. So yeah, I have 100% the pirate quests. And I think next we're gonna do the clankers. I want to mess with the autophage, I think. I've already know most of their language too. We've got 173 words learned out of like 250. And it's convenient when when you first start the game and you don't know any of their language, everybody speaks to you in gibberish, and it can be confusing sometimes. How do I turn it off? I think I have to go back to the library and... Oh, right here. There we go. And I noticed some of my doors have stopped working. Like, why is this door not working? Bulkhead door. It shows the door, like, under the ground. I wonder if it's because of those lanterns there. Like, well, that can't be, because this one over here has those same lanterns in the doorway. Wait, what's blocking me? Something was, like, in my way. Weird. So oh, these things like stack together and stuff. Alright. Oh no, I gotta make them stop. Okay, I see. You get a couple of these guys going at the same time. That could be pretty cool. Do I need to like link them together? Oh, if I link them together, then they're all gonna play the same song. So I probably shouldn't link them all together if I want to like layer beats on top of each other, you know? Yikes. Yeah, it can be bad if you don't know what you're doing. Like in the beginning, I imagine a lot of our music's gonna sound pretty bad. But I'm telling you, if you think that's interesting, definitely check out the kind of stuff people are making with these Byte devices. It says I can connect to lights, but I don't know what lights it connects to. Maybe it's these light boxes. And these all stack together, which is pretty cool. We'll try the light floor too. Let's change the color on this stuff. Maybe purple. Yeah, we'll do purple on those. Okay, so let's grab the Bytebeat cable. No, it does not connect to the light floor or the light blocks. Okay. Kind of want to figure this out before I start building the rest of the room. I don't know, we'll try one of these lights. It's got a connector on it. I think that's for power though. But on the freighter we don't need power generators. You would think it would be the colored lights that you can connect this to. Hmm. Maybe it's something in the program itself. Yeah, I think maybe the advanced waveform is where we have to like tell it when to do lights. But you know what? That's fine. For now, we should just make this into like make it look like a recording studio. But the thing is I haven't been in a lot of recording studios, so I don't know what they look like. So we're just gonna take a guess. I'm guessing there's a lot of like electrical equipment and displays and stuff like that. Control panels. Maybe throw one of these in here. I don't know. It's not gonna fit in there. What can we make that looks like a microphone? We'll probably want a display in here as well for whoever's recording. Yeah, we're gonna have to improvise something here. And you know, the fact that we can resize everything, that's the mostly creative part about this. Looking at something and saying, if I make this bigger or smaller, what can I do with that? Can really piece things together. I don't know, maybe that could look like a microphone hanging from the ceiling if we put it down low enough. Well, we should have some like different colored lights in here. Like what kind of lights should we put in here? Maybe the pink ones? Oh, we can't like hide them like we usually do because these are just walls. Maybe not colored lights. Yeah, maybe make it look a bit more professional. Oh, that's crazy. You can make that so big. Like, really? Who has fluorescent lights that big? Hmm. Is there something we can do to the walls to make it look like soundproofing? Wait, I think there's like a tapestry. Haven't used that in a long time. Not really. Yeah, that goes through the wall, and there's not really anywhere to attach it to. Man, those are... I was using these quite frequently when I was building bases, but like... really doesn't seem to help in the freighter or the Corvette. Anything that doesn't have flat walls, you know? thought that would get closer to the wall, but again, we're in these space stations with funky walls. It can be tough to build in these space station rooms, especially when you make a room out of the thin walls like I did. To make this little room inside of the bigger room. Okay, I'm getting an idea. Don't know how straight I am. Oof, that cuts off like a pretty good chunk of the wall though. Okay, maybe not so big. And then yeah, we could put them vertically like this. Okay, now we could probably make this look like a booth. Oh, see how the wall isn't flat? We've got this like why doesn't it look straight now? Oh, that bastard just ran into me and made me move. Okay, at least we got flat walls. Another thing I kind of want to do, sometimes we can cover these panels up perfectly with something like this. I mean, why not put some more displays in here? Or wait, what's the thing I always use as a keyboard? It's actually meant to be put up on a wall. So maybe I should use it for what it was intended for. Let's see if I can find it. And yeah, it kind of looks like I have a lot of parts here to choose from. But if you played this game a long time ago, you probably still have what are called legacy parts. And even I have some legacy parts as well. In fact, I was just thinking about this. I should go check and see if that stuff is still there. Because I've got parts that I put at my base that are no longer available here in the build menu. They got taken out by like an update or something. You know what? My second thought. I don't want this stupid sign on there. Yeah, I don't think this guy was straight up and down to begin with. Dang it. Yeah, I think maybe that's what we need to do. Let's. Hmm. Dang it! I hate when you pick up an item and it like resets all of its previous orientation. So what I'm trying to do is put two guys on top of each other like this. Oh, I think that worked. Right here, it's seamless. I need to. Don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that with this side. And again, the minute I pick it up, it all like goes sideways. The hell up. Hmm. Uh, can only go over so far before it goes over top of the other one. How did I just change my camera view? That's kind of crazy. Okay, but where am I going with this? I have no idea. Can we do the rest of the wall? Can we cram it in there? I don't know. It seems like a smaller one would fit. Ah, come on, come on. Yeah, we're just we're experimenting. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. I haven't tried to do anything like this before. Okay, I think it's working though. I think it's actually making like a booth effect. It looks good from the outside. It doesn't look like the rest of the other rooms, and that's really what we're going for. Man, I wish I had some snacks. I got the freaking munchies. Yeah, I should have picked up some chips. Did you guys see the new flavor swap chips? I don't know if they're out like everywhere yet, but it's pretty cool. They've got Doritos with like Ruffles flavors, and they've got like Ruffles with Doritos flavors, and they've got like Cheetos with like the Lay's barbecue. So yeah, they took a bunch of chips and like switched around all the seasonings. So you got like the Ruffles with the Cool Ranch Doritos flavor, and you've got Doritos in the sour cream and cheddar. I think that sounds great. Yeah, I should have picked up a bag. Well, when I saw them, it was like early in the morning, so I wasn't like thinking about, oh, I should get some chips. Sometimes if you make things really big, it sits flat. Right, I could have done that, right? Instead of covering that whole wall. It's fine, it's fine. This is gonna turn out just fine. We're gonna take this tapestry though, and we're gonna see if we can flatten it out, and we're gonna put it on the ceiling. Yo, make it super big. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, I think we're on the right track here. Oh, oh, nope, not that way. Not that way. There we go. I think that's what we want to do. See if we can get it. It's still like, it's hard because I can't see. Can't really see where it is on the other side. I'm not gonna lie, I think that did it. Kinda wanna put something up around the back there. Like something above those walls that kinda closes that gap. Some skulls. No, oh wait. Can I put a bubble column up there? I think that's about as sideways as it's gonna get, but I can't seem to get it up there. Probably because of that, uh, what's it called? The tapestry up there. You know, maybe it'll work. Turn on snap to place. I didn't get it level. Man, I like those bubble columns though. They look really cool. Here we go. In here and change the color on these. I think if we do here, can we turn those black, change the color on. These walls, on the other hand, let's pitch those black. See how that looks. Okay, yeah, I think our recording booth is coming along just fine. Mind you, I don't know what the inside of a recording studio looks like, but from like the movies I've seen and everything, they usually have like soundproofing insulation on the inside, and there's usually a microphone, and then there's a window where you can see like everybody else outside on the switchboards and stuff. Am I getting it right? I think I'm getting it right. I mean, sure, it's not as fancy of a build as something like this, but I'm surprised how quickly this all just came together. I love that there's trees. I love that there's bubble columns. I like that there's lights everywhere. You even got these little hanging lights like on the end of the awnings. There's, yeah, the little details, decals. Like, check this out. There's a little spot to just chill out. Yeah, it's definitely got shopping mall vibes. That's what I can't say I hate it. Like, the more it looks like a shopping mall, the more I want to make it look like a shopping mall. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna call it, the shopping mall base. Or we need like a name for our taco mall here. Yeah, I don't think the taco mall sounds very fluent. Holy crap, it looks really cool on stream too. It's on stream it just looks even more immense. It is huge though. Oh, I didn't show you guys this room. This is where I've got some of the refiners set up, but this has got all of our stellar core extractors. Check this out. I didn't know you could do this with these frigates. It takes like 15 hours. Max capacity, we gotta take some stuff out. Uh, is that what we do? So yeah, whatever system we're in, I guess these things like extract elements from the system. Methane. That's the first time I've seen methane. Yeah, see, it came up here to the top. That is a completely new element that I haven't seen yet. I don't know what it's used for. I don't know what we can craft with it. That's exciting. Oh, I got some loot on my freighter. Oh, we need to get freighter upgrades. That sounds like something fun to do. You guys want to go get a freighter upgrade? I'll show you guys how to do that. We want to get some technology modules for your freighter. Oh, that's so cool. The 420 here, it's got the green, yellow, and red. That's so cool. I didn't even do that on purpose. Wait, why can't I go through the door? A little bit of glitchy, no problem. Oh, nope, we can't do any more expeditions, but we can. What ship should we take? let's go ahead and take the Corvette. We're not going to be doing any space battles. We're just going to be out here cruising. Let's close the back door. Man, I really like the layout of this one so much better. If you remember our last Corvette, we had to like climb a staircase to get into our ship. And just like the freighter and just like our base, you build the entire inside of these ships after you build the outside. It's pretty in depth. That's kind of cool. Like I can see the outside of my ship because these parts go in front of the cockpit. Alright, so you want to get some technology modules for your new freighter. Where do you go? Well, first you're going to need one of these emergency signal scanners. So we're going to pop one of those off. Now, if you wanted to, you could take that. We could take this active one and put it inside of our refiner. Yeah, we could throw it inside of our personal refiner, and then we could use it again and again. But I've got so many, I don't need to do that. So once you activate one of those, we pulse engine through the system. This is very similar to how you find the living frigates. Oh, we got some game music. This is the first time I'm actually hearing the game music. Oh, I don't have a name for this Corvette yet. It's still on its default name, Ruggery's Infinite Victory. What should I call this thing? Gimmy's Infinite Taco? I think I've already got one called the Infinite Taco, though. I'd have to double check. So yeah, once we get to this derelict cruiser, do I have to activate the portal? No. This has got some really like Aliens vibes. Like if you ever seen the movie Aliens, this is exactly what it feels like. You know, walking through a derelict freighter and there's bad guys and stuff. Because the ship is no longer functioning, like we have to have magnetic boots to keep us on the ground, so we can't jump. There's no jumping and we walk really slow in here. But what we're looking for are these logs. Now if we wanted to, we could loot this whole place, and there's tons of like loot in here. But we're just here for the upgrade, so we're just gonna run through and pick up any logs that we see. Yeah, we don't need to read all this. Once you've read a bunch of these, they all kind of are the same. But we need at least some credentials in order to get it to fabricate a module for us. Yeah, this one has the jellyfish. This one's easy. Like, we don't even need to, like... We don't need to kill these guys, but... Yeah, they're coming at me. They're all coming at me. And you might notice my temperature is dropping rapidly. Throughout the whole place, there are these heaters that you can turn on. Holy crap, that did a lot of damage. But because I have such a boss protection system, yeah, I literally don't have to worry about freezing to death. But when I was a lower level going through these freighters, it was pretty nerve-wracking. Okay, yeah, let's grab these credentials over here and then talk to the terminal. Because, the jellyfish are easy. Sometimes there's these like spider looking guys and they crawl all over the place and they're really fast and they multiply. It's access crew manifest. There we go. Okay. Deceased, deceased. Oh my god. Update bioscan. Yes, please. Hello? Okay, we got the crew manifest. And some more weird space music. It's just kind of buzzing. I don't know, it's ambiance. They got some good ambient music. There we go. We don't need to get all of them, we just need to make sure we get the important ones. And they're all usually like right on the same path. Yep, there's one over there. I can't even see it. But I saw the hint come up. Perfect. And yeah, these symbols above the door should lead you to the dead end. Okay. Apparently I don't know how to read the symbols, but that's fine. That means there's more crew data here. And there's another terminal. I'm not gonna activate that one. I just want the one at the end, the door, to be active. Yeah, everybody's dead, my homie. We are gonna log in as chief engineer. There we go. We got credentials. And now we got the captain's log. And when we go back to a space station, we can hand this over to one of the guilds and get a bunch of reputation. Because, even though I'm like super rich, yeah, I mean, you still need to have reputation. And my goal is to make, get the highest achieved rank with all of the races. I'm not even sure if that's possible because to gain favor with one race, you usually have to like lose favor with another. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I did the pirates first, because if I got max rank with like the Gek and then had to do a bunch of pirate missions against the Gek, I would lose all that favor. So I was like, let's start off with everybody hating me, and then we'll just fix it from there. So right now, I'm Admiral of the Black is my title, which means I'm the highest ranking, pirate in the universe. You know how many planets there are in this game? 18 quintillion. That is not a joke. There are 18 quintillion. That's a real number. It's after trillion. 18 quintillion. I can't believe it. I mean, it's hard enough to picture a billion of anything. Like, the human mind generally breaks down at like a million. Like, it's hard to visualize a billion of anything. Even a million is difficult for most people to like picture in their head or grasp how big the concept of it is. Numbers are big. Oh, here's another one. Alright, we're almost through this. I think there's only like one more room in here. And also another thing, there's a lot of like fuck around and find out on these derelict freighters. Like there's a lot of like stuff that we could have messed with and could have ended badly for us. Like you'll notice there's a bunch of capsules that say depressurized capsule. Like you could let out a bunch of bad guys and then like all of them break out at once and then you're surrounded and they're crawling all over the place. I mean, granted it's been a long time. Like like how there's a glove just floating through the air. What does that remind me of? Event Horizon. If you guys ever seen this movie is super scary, but I mean it still like holds up as a great movie. It's called Event Horizon. It's a sci-fi movie where they go to like a derelict freighter. No, it's not a freighter. It's like a science ship that had disappeared and they found it again and they were going to check it out. But as far as like sci-fi goes, it holds up. Like when you watch old sci-fi movies and they've like proven like certain theories wrong, but they base their whole movie on that theory being correct. It's yeah. Okay, so from here we made it to the mainframe. From here we can make it fabricate an item. We can get nanites. We're gonna go with item. And there's a couple of different items you can get from this. You can get a technology module, which is going to upgrade your freighter. You can get a freighter bulkhead that will upgrade the storage capacity of your freighter, or you can get a Corvette module. And the Corvette modules you get are actually really good from doing this. If you go to salvageable data, any planet that has salvageable, what's it called? Yeah, you get salvage planets. They get crappy Corvette modules. You get the good ones from running through the whole freighter. But we're gonna get a technology module for our freighter. And it's only a B class. That sucks ass. Let's see if it's something we actually need, though. A fleet beacon? Oh, it's one of those. Okay, we've already got like 3S-class fleet beacons. So that really didn't help us. And we're maxed out on fleet beacons. But yeah, the idea is we want to get all S-class upgrades in here. So once you're done, you go back to the beginning. Because I didn't activate any of the teleporters throughout the freighter, I was able to just dip out. And then once we get outside, we can finally move normally again. We still can't jump, though.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Whoa. So it's not like constant music that they have. It's just when you do certain things, it cues like some procedural music to play. And because it's procedurally generated, we probably have never heard the same song twice or the same little sound effect. What's going on? Why am I not? Why am I not going towards my ship? Where's my ship? Yeah, I kind of like the way my Corvette looks. I mean, it's a bit chunky, but I mean, it's got all the cool details. Like, I really like the lights on the bottom. Oh, holy crap. I just noticed. Do you guys see that? I put a carpet that's too big in that one room, and now it's like hanging out the back. Alright, I'm gonna have to remove that carpet right there above the awning. Well, I'm glad I looked at that. There's the derelict freighter. Where's the frickin' space station? Get me out of here. Oh, we can't see any of our heads-up displays, though. Yeah, it's good to see all of these gauges right here. Uh, it, all of this stuff is incredibly useful. Shields are on that one. The heat level of my guns are on these. We've got, our speed gauge right there. We've got our radar. Like, once you know how to run all of these, yeah, I find myself looking through the dashboard quite a lot when I'm in, like, space battles. What is going... Do I need to, like, recharge my shit? Hold on, watch this. We got autopilot. Take me to the space station. Alright guys. Give me 1 second, I'm gonna be right back. Sorry about that, guys. But I find myself in this game, just like in Minecraft, I go back to like builds that I did when I first started playing and look at them, and then I'm like, whoa. And it's kind of amazing how far like I've come with like my building skills and everything. In fact, we're about to go back to one of my old bases, and I can show you some base parts that are no longer available. So that's the thing. When you build something, it really kind of makes you want to keep it because you don't know if the pieces you made that base with are just going to disappear. And then all of a sudden your build got a whole lot cooler because you got pieces nobody else has at their base. But you can only have so many bases. So this is the Merchants Guild. This is one of the guilds I'm really trying to get in good with because you get things like I could take any of this stuff here for free if I wanted it. I got nothing to donate. Looks like I got another one. I'll donate that one too. Alternatively, we could come down here under the stairs to the scrap dealer. And this is where you buy those emergency signal detectors, I think. Yeah, for 5 million units, I think he gives you one. Jesus. Purchase old scrap. Oh, it looks like he's got some outlaw stuff. Oh, this is where you buy a lot of those decals that I use in my base, too. That's pretty cool. This is the fossil dealer. That's where you get all the fossils. Not really. That's where you get all the basic fossils. Okay, so besides building all of these, we're also in the middle of managing an entire settlement. So if you don't want to build stuff yourself, you can literally just Sim City this shit. And that's where settlements come into play. And this is the autophage settlement that I'm currently administrating. It's called Clanker Station because, you know, Clanker is now slang or a slur for AI. View citizen request. Okay, this is the kind of stuff you do to build out your settlement. A group of adventurous citizens wish to leave the settlement with Pioneer Vakoksh as their leader. They have suffered enough of the relentless attacks of the Sentinels. They wish to head out into the wilds and locate the source of the drone scourge so that it may once and all be eliminated. Oh, you can't do that though. They're all gonna die if I let them go. They don't know this. Like, I've already played through the main story. I know what the deal is with the Sentinels. You're not gonna make them stop. And in fact, they will kill you all. So I'm gonna deny the request. We might lose some happiness points. Nope, we didn't lose any happiness points. Alright. Let's see how the old girl is doing. There we go. Current population 146 of 150. We're almost there. Happiness 77%. I feel good about that. Productivity $1 million a day. That's $1 million free money every day. Oh, but maintenance costs $500,000. All right, so that's $500,000 a day we're getting. And also, we can have them produce goods. Like we've got frigate fuel for our frigate coming out of this, and salvage glass. And salvage glass is good because this is what gives you the Sentinel upgrades. Like, you might notice I've got these upgrades that have an X on them. Those are the black market upgrades. But then these ones here, forbidden exosuit modules. These are taken from the Sentinels. So I've got pirate upgrades and I've got Sentinel upgrades, and I'm pretty sure I got some autophage. Yeah, salvaged autophage upgrades too. That's why I'm such a tough cookie in this game. But man, before you get all of these upgrades, we might need some more cake. I haven't checked my ingester. Oh, that music was pretty cool. Do you hear that little piano riff that played as I came through the portal? That's pretty cool. Yeah, we need some cake. I don't have
Hey.
cake. We're gonna have to go back to
Hey,
our...
it's Sweaty BYT, and welcome to the live
We're
stream.
gonna have to go back to our freighter.
Smiling face with
Hey, it's
sunglasses.
Sweaty Betty.
How's
How
it
you
going?
doing? I'm not bad. I just got off of work. I'm in my pajamas. I'm trying to get a buzz on. See what our settlement needs. Delicious vegetable stew farm. All right. The settlement benefits from its delicious vegetable stew farm, which contributes greatly to the maintenance. Our research notes its workers are weary after a spillage in the control center and feel a reward might be warranted. Should we grant them a holiday or give them a bonus?
Good tie for asking.
Well, if at my job, what do I want more, a holiday or a bonus? I would say bonus. All right, we spent some money on bonuses, but I don't think that's gonna hurt the settlement at all. We're at max population. Oh, we're at S class. We have an S class settlement, 95% happiness. Okay, 1.3 million, almost one, well, yeah, 1.4 million productivity, and our maintenance cost is only 0.5 million. So we're taking in a lot. And then again, we've got goods for our freighter. Like, this is gonna help us when we send out our frigates on expeditions. These are the things we use. Just like the frigate fuel we got from the other settlement. This one actually... Yeah, I don't like... This was my first settlement. I want my autophage settlement to be as good as this one. And yeah, if you don't want to build stuff, if you just want to... Uh-oh. What the hell? A boss just popped up in the middle of my freaking village. What's going on? Reload, reload, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. Holy cow, what just happened? That is the first time I ever had a boss fight in the middle of my settlement. Yeah, check out my spaceship just going, just hovering up there. See, yeah, one of the things I made to include on my Corvette was a lot of people don't decorate the underside of their Corvette because when you design your Corvette, it's on the ground. But I was like, man, like when you summon your Corvette and you see it come in for a landing and stuff, you see the bottom of it. So that's why I included like all the circular lights and the vents and like the rotors here. Pretty cool. They're celebrating. They're throwing up fireworks. And yeah, you've got to upgrade like every building in the settlement. You've got to go build. I mean, you don't build it yourself. You have to supply resources. So like, you know, to upgrade this building, you need X amount of ferrite dust or whatever. So you supply the materials to the buildings and you upgrade all the buildings. And every time you upgrade a building, the building changes. Like it looks like more detailed. So right now I have all these are S-class buildings. But yeah, the settlement building is fun. What is this? Ah, this here. This is an item that's no longer in the game. These growing platforms here. Yeah, that's what we were doing. I was gonna go back to one of my old bases and show you guys some of the building parts that are no longer in the game. Where's the overseer's office? I think it's over here. I'm so lost. Ah, we made it. Alright. So now it's gonna be like another day or like, I don't know how many hours before. Okay, here's my this is my first base I ever made. And I'm gonna point out some of the mistakes that I made. It's gonna be kinda obvious though. And this base is literally at the first ship I ever got too. So you can find abandoned ships or derelict ships on planets, and then you can acquire them, and then... Ah, it's been a long time since we've been here. They got the exocraft terminal, the science terminal, agricultural terminal, construction terminal, weapons terminal, all in one room. That's, yeah. And one of the things I did is I cut back the mountain to place a lot of this stuff, but when you're here, the terrain actually grows back. So see how the mountain usually comes out to like here, and I carved all that out? Eventually that's gonna grow back. Like, whatever you do to the terrain eventually regenerates, and it'll literally just bury all of this stuff. Oh my god, the Minotaur. I haven't used this thing in forever. Because my character is so tough, I don't need to use the exosuit anymore. Like, we used to use this for a lot of our fights. Man, I wonder what upgrades are available for this thing now. Okay, now that's funny. So what's happening right here? This is supposed to be a crashed ship that sits right here. You can see all the parts on the ground. And then you see the flag and the term. Yeah, that ship is supposed to be a crashed ship on the ground right here, and then I built my base next to it so that every time the crashed ship respawns, I can take it and sell it. But I was using this as my first ship for a long time. Yeah, you have to repair a bunch of stuff, but this was my first shuttle. But what I'm looking for is I want to see if I have. I'm pretty sure I put in some of those. Yeah, right here. We got the quad grow pod. We've got all these single grow pods. Like, these are no longer in the game. Like, you can't. Uh, okay, maybe they are
Hey
still
Uncle
in the
Tony,
game.
how was your day going? My day is good. I'm right now
I
walking
just
in my
realized
neighborhood watching the
you.
sunset. What are you
I,
doing good? Hey, it's
I,
at Sweaty
I
BYT,
just
and welcome to
realized
the
that
live stream.
these can only be
Smiling
built
face
at a
with
base, and I
sunglasses.
was at my freighter
How's it going?
looking for
Good time
these.
for asking.
Okay, so I don't think that's a good example, but there should be some parts here at this base that are just no longer available because of the updates that happened since I built this base. Okay, let's get out of here. I'm surprised the power is still on. This thing runs on generators. Like, yeah, you can see all the generators are practically empty. Let's see if we can boost our power grid here. Insert fuel. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, buddy. Carbon?
Technology recharge.
Okay, that worked. We don't have a lot of oxygen. Yeah, let's use.
Technology recharge.
We got a ton of carbon. We can dump. We got 10,000 carbon. We can put 30 in
Technology recharge.
the generators to keep them going.
Technology recharge.
Like, I might keep this base around just because it was my very first one.
Technology recharge.
Oh, I put in some solar panels at some point. That's why the power is still on. Okay. But yeah, just look how random everything is, like, on the walls and stuff. Like, and see how small it is too. Like, it's weird how your first builds come together. And I only had like 2 or 3 storage containers in this whole place. I didn't even have all the storage containers unlocked. Let's go to Taco Bell Terra Base 2. This Taco Bell base is pretty dang fly. You guys have probably seen me walk through it once or twice, like trying to get somewhere else. But I don't think I've ever shown you guys around. Uh-oh, what's this? Where am I? Oh no. I'm inside my Corvette somehow. I am stuck behind the wall of my Corvette. Come on, give me, we got this. Hold on, let's switch camera angle. Let's see if we can build a chair. This is usually how I get out of these situations. Where's the outside? So if I can find a spot of where I can place a chair. I saw it, I saw it. Alright, just put that down. Let's see if we can sit in it. Now, when we get out of that chair, which wall are we stuck in now? Crap, 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 crap. Hold on, what if I pick this up? And then put it back. Ah, that was clever. Okay. So I'm not sure why we spawned inside of our Corvette and not the base. Wait, where's my base? That's like... Oh, there it is. Yeah, this base is super awesome. Like, I made this platform over the water, and I was like, yeah, a semi-submerged base would be really cool. I need more cake. Alright, well, and so I thought this was gonna be awesome, like a semi-submerged base where like you can see the waves going up and down like this. Unfortunately, the game physics don't think so. So constantly the water is affecting, like I'll just be walking around and all of a sudden I'll start like floating up and down with the waves inside my base. Like, unfortunately, this doesn't always, like, it doesn't protect you. In fact, when we go downstairs, somehow the entire downstairs is filled with water. But dang, this base was really cool. I was hoping they would fix it. In fact, I'm not having any problems right now, which is weird. Usually, especially when there's a storm outside like this, my character should be like sloshing all around in here. But yeah, I like all the giant plants that I put up on here. We've got like these biodomes that you grow stuff in, which are really cool. Yeah, these are base-only components. Like, a lot of this stuff we can't use to build on our frigate. I mean, our freighter or anything. Which teleport do I need? Oh, the teleports are downstairs. Okay, this one has like fabric and a little bed. That goes to my bedroom. So to tell where these things go, if you notice, that's actually a tiny bed that I put on the side of the stairs right there. And this one has like boxes and stuff. That goes to storage. Yeah, let me change camera angle and show you guys. We are indeed underwater. So I'm still not sure how to successfully make a subsurface base. Because it seemed like no matter what I did, trying to connect, you know, the subsurface to the stuff below, because, you know, this is cool right here at the surface level, and we can see all the waves coming like halfway up the glass, and we can look underwater. I think this was the best idea for a base, but I just didn't know enough about the game at the time to really pull it off. So we might try to edit this base at some point, but I'm not sure. I think we might just build another one. Alright, we're looking for cakes. We've got perpetual cake. Yeah, we need perpetual cake. Do we only have 15 of them? Oh wait, there's 50 of them right there. Yeah, we're gonna have to bake some more cakes. And by bake some more cakes, I mean duplicate some items. Actually, we can do that right here. Let's go outside. There we go. We got all our exocrafts out here. So if you ever want to duplicate items in No Man's Sky, you need one of these portable refiners. And then you place whatever items you want to duplicate inside. Any item it'll let you put in there, because we used to be able to duplicate technology modules, but that's not a thing anymore. It's making me look through all of my storage units as well. Jesus, okay. Exosuit storage. There's the cakes. Wait, damn it. There's the cakes. Alright, we take the cakes we want to put in there. Now, mind you, this will duplicate whatever is in the fuel inventory and as well as the output inventory. So if you use this refiner to refine, like, 4,000 nanites, every time you do this, you're going to duplicate those 4,000 nanites plus all the carbon in your fuel inventory plus all the whatever is on your input. And, after you have the nanites refined, you can put whatever you want over here, and it's still going to duplicate. And to do this, we just need to place duplicators literally on top of each other. Ooh, I don't know if it's going to work right here. We'll just pick those up, and yeah, we duplicated. You need a nice flat spot because you do have to place these guys really close on top of each other. So the best thing to do is when you place the first one, just don't move from that spot. And the next one should line up perfectly. Yeah, see how we can put it right on top of it? So now for every portable refiner we place down, it's going to duplicate the inventory of the one underneath it. So now all we have to do is pick up all of these refiners. And now we've got a ton of cake. Alright. Perfect. So we now have perpetual cake in my auto ingester. And this basically, it's what it sounds like. It eats food for you automatically. Like, I don't have to eat food. It just, like, as soon as one food wears off, I eat another one. And all food has different benefits. This one gives me plus 329 jetpack tanks. Basically, it makes my jetpack last, 3 times longer. And the duration is 16 hours and 40 minutes if I have 100 of them in here. So for the next 16 hours, I'm going to have the most incredible jetpacks. If you notice, they're starting to recharge right now. They had to recharge because the the max limit went up so high. And generally they recharge super fast too. So like, let's see how long I can stay up in the air with this. And yeah, this isn't like, I guess we could do one where we just hold the button down, but we're kind of tapping the button right now, and it's really not going down that fast. We could probably do this for like 10 minutes. Oh, it's always so bad when I go on expeditions and I don't have like all my mods and everything, and I can't just jetpack forever. Like, when you first start, your jetpack lasts 3 seconds. It's like 1, 2, 3, and then it cuts out. It's so bad. So having like this jetpack that I might even be able to leave the planet's atmosphere. I could probably fly into space. Whoa, what the hell? Oh my god, I missed it. I missed it. There was an Imperial. That ship was so rare, and it just took off from one of my landing pads, and I didn't see it here. Oh, gosh. That's such a rookie mistake. Having these landing pads at your base, like random pilots will just stop in and like park there for a minute. And sometimes you get super rare ships that just drop in on you. And holy cow, I just missed one. In fact, I just cleaned out my stock of ships in order to get some more ships. Because you can have like, I forget how many ships you can have in your like roster here. It's like 8, I think. You can have like 8 ships here. But then you got another like, I don't know, 16 or something you can keep on your freighter. So, I mean, you have like 30 ships you can, or something like that, that you can... Where am I trying to go? We're trying to go back to the storage room. We're going to go through the portal and go back to our freighter. And that didn't work. Alright. Yeah, you see how the water keeps messing with us too? And we're swimming again. Oh wait, I just noticed this. This is where I used to do my duplicating. I used to not be underwater here. It used to just be like you would get splashed around a little bit by the waves, but after the last couple of updates, it's now just fully underwater. Let's go back to the ass blaster. Getting kind of hungry. I don't have any snacks though. I wonder what I could scrounge up. I mean, I've got some cheese, I got some pepperonis. Oh, I might still have like one of those onion buns. I bet I could use that as like a crust and make like a pizza bread.
Inventory full.
Inventory full. All right. We're gonna put them on our freighter, I guess. That way, next time I run out, I don't have to go all the way back to proximity of a nutrient processor. We can just go get them from the freighter. What did I come back here for? I forget what I was gonna show you guys. Oh yeah, storage of ships. If you go out to the bridge, here on the bridge is where you control all of your frigates and commands and all that stuff. Upgrade controls, there's a warp map, fleet management. This is what you want. You go to manage fleet, you can go to ship archive. And as you can see, I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've already got 10 ships in storage here. And the symbols let you know what kind of ships they are. Like all of these are living ships. The Parallax Taco here, I think that's just a shuttle. That's a living ship. That's one of the Imperial rare ones. That's the kind of ship that just took off from my base. That's a Sentinel ship. And that's another... Wait, that's another Royal? Oh, that's the Squid. Okay. Well, here, I'll show them to you guys. Some of the rarest ships in the game here. If I can find what bay they're on. They're all over here, I guess. There's the Dildozer. Where's the rest of my ships at? Okay, I can summon them inside my freighter, I think. Yep, there they are. And just like at my base, if I stood around long enough, eventually some kind of rare ship would probably land here in my landing bay. But this is definitely one of the rarest ships in the game. I got the yellow one, but apparently there's like a pink one and a blue one, I think. So I don't think it's the rarest of all the rare ships, but this one comes pretty close. Like, I got lucky when I found that guy. And where's my other little guy? Okay, I guess I can only summon one at a time. Yeah, and it's gonna make me go all the way over here, okay. Bam, here's my tiny Imperial. Now the cool thing about this one is that it doesn't have like all of the add-ons. Like, I don't know how I keep finding these rare ships without, like, it doesn't have the big like wing, it doesn't have the big wing on the top, it doesn't have the giant pointy thing on the nose, it doesn't have the thing on the back, it doesn't have the tail. It literally doesn't have like any of the random things that, usually like all the add-ons are random, but in this one they all came out 0, I guess. So same thing with the Dildozer, like it doesn't have any wings, it has like one exhaust port, and that's all it comes with. Like all of the features on these ships are procedurally generated and, are up to RNG. And I just happened to get the one that has literally only one attachment, and that's these exhaust ports here. I think I've only seen one other Sentinel ship that was smaller than mine that was missing that exhaust port, I think, at the anomaly. Yeah, and here we go. We got random guys just like dropping in. And see, here's the thing. Let's talk to this guy. Like, I've already got my squadron filled out. But if you're looking to, like, recruit a squadron, you go to... Okay, I can't. That usually brings up his stats. If we go to offer to trade, no. C-class. Okay, it doesn't give us any information about the pilot, but he is piloting a C-class ship. So you find someone piloting an S-class ship, hopefully they're an S-class pilot, and then you trade ships with them. Like, if I wanted this guy on my squadron, but I don't want him to be flying this piece of shit, I would talk to him. I would have, like, one of my living ships, like, on deck, and then I would make an offer on his ship, and then I would, when you negotiate price, you can trade ships with him. So you trade ships with him to give him like whatever ship you want, and then after that you recruit him to your squadron, and that's how I got a bunch of S-class pilots flying living ships on my squadron. That's pretty bananas. All right, guys. I think it might be snack time. We're gonna kick back and relax. We might make some more beats. We're definitely gonna do some more decorating. But yeah, I feel like I'm doing pretty good at this game. If we go to settings, there's the music we made. Perfect for the outro. Cool. Got some crazy space music. Yeah, we're gonna figure out how to make some like dubstep or something with these things. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And then we can pipe that music through like our starships and all our bases and everything. But actually, yeah, the recording booth I think is starting to look pretty cool. I like how you can see that little crack of light in between the seams. I like how we got fabric over everything else. Yeah, it's coming along good. Alright guys, well thanks everybody for tuning in. Make sure to hit a like and a subscribe, and as always, I'll see ya when I see ya. Later taters.